channel. So I know I haven't done like one of these videos in like quite some time. Um, but it's because I've just been like way too busy. And like I haven't had like that much time to like make like a slideshow and then like do it. Well, anyway, so today, I'll be like, kicking off my history, then sports units, at the same time, with the history of soccer. So let us get started. So today I'll be talking about both the origins and evolution of modern day soccer. Um, so the origins. There are two main names like for the sport. Both like soccer are used by like us Americans, then I can think like a couple other countries. Then like football, used by like South America, Europe, mainly. Uh, so the modern day version of soccer was it has like originated from England in the mid um 1800s. But there were versions earlier than this. So the first examples of any team game actually that included a ball were about 3,000 years ago in the Mesoamerican cultures, with balls that were made out of stone. These the various versions uh, there were like various versions, but the most famous is the Aztec. Uh, I'm not gonna say this right at all. Um, Chichat Chichatali. So like it features some of the like, like all these balls well they were made out of rubber, which well like some balls, um, which like no the culture had access to at the time. Um, so the first ball game to include kicking was the Chinese made Kuju from time between the second and third centuries BC, and would later be spread to Japan. There is like another version that may be older than Kuju. Um, there's Mark Gok or Mark Gok or something. Uh, from the Aboriginal Australians. Um, the ball game versions included versions from ancient Rome, Greece, and Britannica. The evolution. Modern day soccer started in the 12th century England, and would be played with lots of people in big areas around towns like fields and roads. That would include kicks and punches. Something like this would also be played in Florence and would be called Calcio. However, these games would result in damage to cities and even some of the players' deaths, um, which would result in complaints and even being banned in these areas for several centuries. But like would make a comeback in the 17th century, but would again be banned in 1935. But with the exception of public schools. However, with the features of today, it would take a while to pop up, and no the distinction between rugby and soccer would develop for some time. Um, then soccer would be played in schools, the major two being Eton and rugby. They even had their own like rules and names like for their the versions. So rugby called they called their version the running game. I forgot the put in quote like what, but anyway, the rules would let you pick the ball up with your hands, creating what is now known as rugby. There was I like to call it knockoff American football. Eaton, however, called it the dribbling game. Um, then the rules would not let you pick up the ball with your hands, and only kick it with your feet, resulting in modern day soccer. Like a meeting like in Cambridge in 1948 would come up with a set of rules, but would not achieve all the questions that the people had at first. The first soccer association would be formed in London then about 1863, where they chose the weight and size of the ball as well as the version created as Eden to becoming the soccer of the day, and the version from rugby becoming modern day rugby. Um, However, the game and rules would change over the years. At first, uniforms were not used to distinguish teams. The number of teams on the pitch could change. The header was not invented until a later time, and it was common for players to wear caps while playing. Um, then, uh, then like if y'all want to like fact check like and for the information I used this site yeah, for the slideshow. So I did put it down on like like on like another like device first before this. So like it may have to change it like a bit, but then anyway, um, so like let me know like if y'all want me to do like a separate video on like Mount Cook, Kuju and then like the Aztec version, cause it's like if y'all like want me to, like I will. Uh, so don't forget to like, subscribe. Um, then yeah. Anyway, so I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.